What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the I'm Not Lucky, I'm Blessed podcast, the show where we celebrate entrepreneurs on their achievement and then we inspire up and coming entrepreneurs how to make profit using their passion. And as usual, I'm your host, Lucky the Most. Enjoy the show. Hey, guys, episode 93. Thank you so much for being with me this long. I'm very appreciative. Happy Monday. And as usual, I have a special guest in the building with me. But before I introduce our special guest, if this is your first time listening to the podcast, YouTube, or podcast platform, please subscribe to the channel, like, and share with your friends. So with that said, our guest today is someone I call a mentor of mine. He's also a father figure to me. He's where do I start? I came across our guest today in my church, and just by interaction, I discovered that he has an amazing platform that he's using to change lives out there. And I said, there's no other place that I want to have him than on the podcast so he can come talk to us about what he does, why he's doing it, and how we can benefit from it. Our guest today is no one other than Mr. Banji Lawal, all the way from Bangee Media.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, sir.
You're blessed.
Thank you, sir.
It's no problem. How's everything going?
Oh, no complaint.
I can see you're doing great here.
Oh, it's the grace of God.
This is awesome. I just love people when they are doing something like this and they are really giving it the consistency that is required.
Yes.
More grace, man.
Thank you. Well, like, for me, it's amazing. You are even more amazing to me because I never knew you did something like what you did. You get, because not everybody in this generation still has time for YouTube.
I know. Tell me about
You
it.
get, right? It's like, oh, you forget about social media, forget about YouTube.
Most especially when you are not making
When
money.
you're not making money, you get, right? So when I looked at your videos, I was like, wow, like the time you create, the time you spend to make these videos, you edit these videos, you put pictures behind what you do. Like, I was like, the effort you put into these videos deserves to be seen by the whole world. Now the question is like, what inspires you to, do this, do what you're doing right now?
All right. Again, before I start telling the story of myself,
Yes,
how the program starts and where we are going, I want to thank all your viewers. Please give this young guy all the support he needs. I know we can get tired easily and say, no, I don't want to watch that. Hey, please watch. You need to. I have one policy in my life. I check everything out. I read everything out. And I get my inspiration from anywhere. Having said that, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because of my own experience. The way I grew up, the position I was, and most especially when I became born again. Number one, I was from a Muslim family. And as a Muslim family, and you become a Christian, it's a different terrain. It's like you are uncharted territory.
yeah.
So it was a struggle when I'm listening to preaching, talking about faith, talking about tithe, talking about so many things. It was a struggle on my part. How am I going to fit into this? But one day, breakthrough came. I had my encounter with God. And from there, I began now to take it upon myself to really study. What is this Christian all about? And I got to know that it's a way of life. You might be reading all manner of motivational books, go to school, go to the best school. If there's not some kind of spiritual ability in you, it might be rough and difficult for you to succeed. And I begin to understand that and I say to myself, do many of our Christians understand this? Yeah, we are coming to church every day, most especially every Sunday, every Wednesday. I will really apply all these things that we are hearing to our life. And I say, no, I think I need to come up with something to let people know that when you read the word in the Bible,
Yes, sir.
meditate on it, check it out. How is it going to apply to your life? And the good news about that is this: anything we catch from the Bible, it comes with some kind of divine power to make it happen for you.
Yeah.
It's like talking about reading motivational books, going to seminar for motivational talk. Yeah, those things are very good. I read a lot of motivational books and I've listened to many of the motivational speakers. But one thing still remain: if it doesn't back up with divine power, you can't go far.
Is it? Yeah.
So that is the starting point. So that is why I came up with what I'm doing today. It just happened from my own experience and what I've gone through in the past. And then if you have gone through so many things in the past,
Yeah.
you would not wish such a life for anybody else. So that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. We're still going to talk more as we progress.
Yes, yes. I'm so glad you shared this story because I never knew where you're coming from, like your background, your past, and it makes sense why you're doing it because you struggled with it.
Exactly.
It was a problem.
Yes.
And now you found a way to give solution to yourself.
Absolutely.
But now instead of you keeping it to yourself, you're like, there's so many people out there like me that are confused. So let me create a platform where people can come and clear their confusions from daily life examples.
Exactly.
You don't just read the Bible.
No.
But you give stories with like real life situations. People know.
Exactly.
You know, the Americans know. You understand?
Of course,
right?
absolutely.
So you are giving it to you're using both two words, the American word and the Bible word to give story to people.
Exactly. And that's why if you have watched my program very well, I know you remember you mentioned about using illustration.
Yes.
During the course of my life and with so many training I've attended, experience has shown that some people they do well with pictorial stuff, images.
Yes.
When you give images to some people, it registers in their mind more than just reading or just hearing. So that's why I came up with that to illustrate whatever I'm saying. So when I'm talking about thinking, I want to show somebody that pose like somebody who's thinking, and then that you might forget my talk. But you will remember the position that person is whenever issue comes.
I swear.
That's the reason why.
I swear. I might have forgotten what you said.
Yeah.
But I remember every picture.
You know, somebody
you had for every example you give.
Exactly. Somebody approached me one day, he said, when I was watching your program, I saw one illustration that you used. I said, oh, that's exactly what I'm doing. Okay, you might forgot. If I ask him, I say, what did I say there? He might say, I don't remember. But you remember that pictorial stuff that I put in there, that image, that illustration I put in there. He would never forget, that he has watched something like that.
Wow.
And funny enough, he was able to tell me the title of that program.
Just from that picture.
If I didn't put that picture, he might not even catch much. That is the reason why I'm using that. Yeah, like you said, it's a lot of work.
Yes.
Because I need to search.
For
Once I get my topic to discuss, I need to begin to think, where am I going to get this stuff? Some I pay for to get it in. Some, in fact, there was a day I had to draw myself. I had to draw something myself to put in there.
Wow.
Yeah, because there was a time I had to go to Low, bought one particular stuff to make sure I use that thing to illustrate what I wanted to say.
You want to say.
Again, it's a lot of work, but I'm doing it for one thing, not because money there or what there. YouTube never paid me.
Yeah, I know.
In fact, for what you know, they are even generating money from my stuff.
But they don't even pay.
There was when there. Even the advert we were showing on that program was too much. And I said, listen, these people are going to mess up this thing for me. If it's too, the advert is too much, people will not want.
People will not want to. Yeah.
And I'm not making money from it. But that is not the purpose. The purpose is, I've been there before. I've struggled before. I don't want people to struggle. So when people become born again today, I want it to begin. I want that person to begin to see this thing as a way of life.
Yes, sir.
And then my program is not just motivational talk. No. That's why whenever you watch my program, I borrow many words from the Bible, using the illustration of those people concerned in that scripture to tell you what we are talking about in the Bible is not just story.
It's a full package.
It's a thing that affects people's life.
Yes.
My prayer is that people will begin to pay more attention to it so that they can know that.
Yes. So, to listeners out there, I apologize, okay? I was so excited about what he's doing that I forgot to introduce what he does to you guys. Okay, so we're going to talk about, the effort you put into your work is just so amazing that I couldn't just help but, know what was behind the effort you put in. And now it makes sense. So now we're going to talk about what Mr. Banji does, okay? Mr. Banji owns Bangee Media.
And I call it the Heavenly News.
The Heavenly News. So, I'll let him introduce what Heavenly News is for you guys. So the platform is
again, thank you again. Maybe I need to mention my name too. My name is Banji Lawal.
Yep.
And then I have this platform that I call Bangee Media Tube, the Heavenly News. anytime you hear that Bangee Media, you must hear the heavenly news, because the heavenly news didn't just come into the name. In fact, if giving me the opportunity that we eliminate that heavenly news, I would just call it Bangee Media, because it's so easy and straightforward.
Yeah.
But there's a spiritual connotation towards that heavenly news. You know, when I wanted to start this platform, I struggled a lot, read a lot. I wanted to, I didn't want to. I wanted to, I didn't want to. In fact, I look at my own condition, talking about the accent. I say, I don't think I want to do this. It was a struggle. But there was a time I was praying in my church, Winner Chapel International, which we call Living Faith Church Worldwide. There was a time we were doing what we call Shiloh program.
Yes, sir.
I think December, one particular December, a couple of years back. I was struggling with this, and I said, God, I want you to tell me, what do I do with this thing? And if I should do this, what name should I give it? And then, boom, the name came. We are going to call it the Heavenly News. Wow. And I said, I don't want these people to think that this is a Christian program. No, I don't want to. I struggle with that a lot. I said, no. I don't want people to think, oh, this is another Christian stuff. Oh, this is a pastor. This is a church. I said, no, I don't want it. So for some time, I knock off the name. But anytime I knock it off, I wasn't myself. We've got a stage, I started and I stopped completely. Until we were in the church again, our spiritual father, Bishop David Odepo, now preaching. And he said one word that catch my attention. I said, no, I'm going back. That day, I had to walk up to my spiritual father, our resident pastor, Pastor Hans, if I need to mention his name now. And I said, sir, I'm going through one struggle, and I don't like this. In fact, it's giving me sleepless nights. I said, it's like God gave me something to do, but I couldn't do it. I don't know what to do. And I'm so scared of myself talking to the public. Most especially in this America, that our accent is a problem.
Yes.
And the man of God told me, say, no, you have to just start. Do whatever you want to do. Even if it's just one thing, one word per time, just continue. And he prayed for me that day. And that was how I started. And then, now, that told me that this is the defense of God. And I must just continue. And that was why I couldn't knock off the heavenly news. But the good news is that as time goes by, I begin to realize that, wait a minute, why am I saying, people will be thinking it's a Christian? I say, it doesn't need to be a Christian. Anytime you are bringing something to people that is changing their life, you are bringing good news from heaven to them. That was it. And to God be the glory, many people has approached me and say, one woman called me one day and say, oh, sir, you don't know how much you have blessed me. Instead, I watched one of your program, your dream. It says like you just lifted somebody off me. I say, what is it? Say, you know, I've been struggling to go back to school, but every of my friend, anybody I approach, they tell me, no, you can't do it. You have kids. It can't work for you. Oh, you are too old. He said, but when I heard that, I said, no, this is what I need. I said, that's exactly what I'm doing. Exactly. That is the good news of God I'm talking about. Yes. So it's not about Christian. It's not about not Christian. It's about letting people know. A Muslim woman has called me before and say, oh, sir, this is awesome. More grace to you. So that's what I'm doing. It is heavenly news. Heavenly news. As revelation being caught from God. Yes. And then I will continue to the grace of God.
Amen. There's something nice about it. I have to think. So there's something nice about a name.
Yes.
For anything you're doing. Like, even when I first wanted to start this podcast, I was struggling with the name. What should I call it? What should I call it? What should I call it? Literally, the name took me. Because of the name, I couldn't even do anything. Right? And then finally, out of nowhere, I was just staying in bed, and then the word just came to me. I am not lucky. I am blessed. I was like, oh, once that name came, the go ahead was clear. Like, absolutely. I'm like, okay, this has been confirmed. Like, the name was perfect. It just, that word, literally, I feel like that word was created for this podcast.
Do you know when I saw that name?
Yes, sir.
I sat down and say, I'm not lucky, but I'm blessed. I say, even this alone is a topic on its own.
Even that is a topic on its own.
Many people can quickly conclude that, oh, he's lucky.
He's lucky. He's lucky.
He's lucky. That's why. No. When you are blessed, that's when you look as if you are lucky.
Yes.
So it's a great name. When I saw it, honestly, I'm talking today, I'm a Christian, I won't tell lie.
Yeah.
I sat there and said, wow, this is a topic on its own. And I'm going to come up with a topic one day about that.
please, I would love to be part of that topic too. And like, once that was done, that's a lot of people will get attracted to it even through the name. Like, someone's like, oh, I like the name of that. Sounds like I want to do that with you. You get it, right?
Yeah.
So that's how we the podcast came about, so I understand the name. And there's something you spoke about challenges that before you did the podcast, like you spoke about accent, age. Do you know that I stopped posting videos too because I wasn't satisfied with my accent? And then a few weeks ago, I spoke to you.
Yes.
And you told me about your show, and I went to watch your show, and like I literally was like, if you can do it,
Exactly.
what is my own like what am I complaining about?
Let me tell you this story, and that's why you will know. One thing about this country that I like is that they encourage anything.
Yes.
When I started this YouTube stuff, I don't put closed caption. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Because to even add the closed captions, another job on its own. One day, YouTube just sent me an email. Say, "Do you know you can get more viewers by putting caption?"
Yeah.
I said, I'm not speaking. I know I have accent, and not everybody can understand my accent, except people from my area.
Yes.
I've had so many of our elderly people in my church. Say, "Hey, you are just talking to us. We understand you." I say, "Yes," but my plan is to cut across everybody. Yeah. And when they send me that email, I say, whatever it takes, even if I'm not going to sleep, I must put closed caption. From that day, when I want to do any show, I will first of all write it down, practice it, and then I will go to my camera. After finishing it, I will come back to what I've written and adjust it based on what I said, and I'll put it on the YouTube. So any of my video now, you will see closed caption. So if you can't understand my accent, at least you can follow. How many people speak or does something? How many people do something on the YouTube that I don't understand much of what they say?
But you still.
But when I see closed caption, I click it and I follow it. Because anything we are doing, we shouldn't be thinking of, it's for my people only, it's for some. No, it's for everybody.
Yes.
Most especially anything that will benefit people. Yeah. So that is what it is. We can be struggling with so many things, but I want to tell our viewer today, anything you want to do, don't look at the problem that coming out of it. Just start. Honestly, I begin to change my mind when I begin to hear some other people say, it's like when you watch my program, I say, if this man can do it, I can do better. Yeah. When I watch some people's program, I say, even so, I say my accent is bad. I say my English is bad. This what I'm hearing. At least I think I can still do better.
You can still do better.
Honestly, if you think you are too smart, you see smarter people. If you think you are too stupid, you see more stupid people than you. So in this world, yes, sir, just do whatever you want to do. Facts. Don't think about negativity or problem. Just do something. Put it there. Many books I've read, many programs I've watched, they will tell you, just do it. Whatever you want to do, just do it. Just do it. And the goodness, my brother, is that the more you do things, the more you get better. The
more you get better. Like literally, like I started your videos from the beginning, and I saw the growth.
Exactly.
And that growth was only came by repetition.
That's it.
Doing it, and then look at give ourselves 2 years from now.
It's going to be more better.
It's going to even be more better. Like
you want me to give you an example?
Yes.
If you want to know whether if you use something or if you keep on doing something, it's going to get better or not, tell somebody who has never walked before to come and walk. The first day is going to take that step, it's going to be like challenge. You'll be so fearful. I'm going to fall. But if you can let him continue, very shortly you'll be running and moving faster than the person who has been walking. The same thing with somebody who has been walking and he said, I don't want to walk anymore. And he started lying down, sitting down somewhere.
He's going to lose his walking.
If you continue like that for the next 1 month, you won't be able to use that leg anymore. That is our life.
That is our life.
That's our life. Whatever you want to do, I'm telling you again, if you're watching me, just go ahead and start doing it. It might not be that today. It might not be what you expect today. In fact, I want to advise you, if you feel that you are going to be so scared, don't go and watch it. Leave it.
Leave it. Just drop it and run away.
I'm telling you, I've done that before. I know if I watch myself, I say, I don't want to continue with this one. I just abandon. I just don't care. I keep on doing it. I keep on, and I realize that the more I'm doing it, the more fluent I am, the more confidence I gain, the more I can just shout as if I'm talking to people in front of me. That's what it is. We have to just continue.
Yeah, it's amazing that we think something we're not born with. We just feel like once we start, we'll get it. But like for me, it's like I realized that there's a learning phase to everything.
Absolutely.
Like you have to pay that price. I know you were a reader. Like you've heard about the 15,000 rule.
Exactly.
That for you to be successful at a certain field,
yes,
you have to log in about
yeah, I remember that book.
15,000 hours or so.
The Outlier.
The Outlier.
So that man was talking a story about Bill Gates.
Yeah.
He said Bill Gates put in 10,000 hours into what he was doing, and he mentioned about so many people, the athletes, the many people,
the rock and roll.
You remember that I told you? I said I've not put in 1,000 hours. So what's wrong with me?
What's wrong with
I need to
looking for.
So if people can put 10,000 hours, 20,000 hours, 15,000 hours into what they are doing, and that's what shaped them to what they are today, anybody can do it. But the problem we have is that
people don't want
it's difficult.
Yeah, if someone comes to my video, like for me, that's my excuse. That's what I tell myself. I haven't put 10,000 hours.
No.
Wait till I put 10,000 hours. You even the remaining, like with the little 1,000 or with the little hours I've put, you are seeing improvement. That like last week was better than this week is better than last week, and the next one's better than this.
That is it.
Give me 10,000 hours to put in
the effort.
If society can be patient with people for
they don't even need to be patient. It will get there. You mentioned something the last time when we were talking. You said when breakthrough comes and people begin to hear about you, they will go back to the video, the first one you did. That was so stupid.
Yes, and those two ones
that say, oh my God, this guy will do greatly. What we need to do is consistency.
Yes, sir.
It's consistency. You won't do video of about 1,000 that one of them will not hit.
Yeah.
Something will happen.
Yeah, no.
Are you following me?
I'm following you.
And more so, if the reason why we are doing things is not because of money, if you are doing things because of money, you will down tool immediately.
Yeah.
Because if you do first one, second one, third one, no money, instead of making money, you are losing money. You say, oh, it doesn't work. But if what you are doing is to help people,
yes, you
are just giving service, you won't be deterred. If I get money today, it's not because I wanted the money, or if I don't get money today, it's not because all I'm just saying is that I've been in this situation before.
Yeah.
I wish I could let somebody not go through that problem. When people come to me, they say they need help, they need money. It's difficult for me to say no. Why? I've been in a situation where I didn't have anything, that I had to borrow money to go to work.
Yes.
And so I don't want anybody to be in that situation. So when people say I need something, I say, even if I need to go and scrape some pots and give the person something, that's what we're talking about, sir.
Love it.
That's what we're talking about.
So I want to know, like, why message like that? Like, why, like, audio message? Because there are so many ways you could have gone.
Exactly.
On your YouTube. But, like, why did you, insist that it was the approach where it was reading the Bible, using real life experience, and to pass this message? Because your style is very unique.
And me,
people can just go and preach the Bible.
Exactly.
Or people can go talk about real life stories. But you are using the Bible and real life stories.
Exactly.
You're mixing these two powerful things to make one. So the question is, how did you come up with that?
Amen. God bless you. Again, number one, like I said, many people today, they have had a lot of preachings.
Yeah.
Many goes to church.
Yep.
Even those who are not going to church, once they click YouTube, they hear messages. I know I did something about why we should respect pastor, and one man said they were not even preaching God anymore, they were preaching pastor. And I said, if this person has been watching my program, you would know that I'm not preaching here.
Yes.
And I said in that program, when I was replying to that prayer, I said, people should not make mistakes. I'm not preaching. I'm just giving you some words to help us to live a quality life. And I said, okay, what is the sense of preaching God? When the person who is preaching the God, you are not listening to him, you are not respecting him. He doesn't do you anything good. The main reason I came up with that kind of system is, number one, I don't want people to think I'm preaching, and I don't want people to think it's a motivational talk only. Are you following me?
Yeah.
Let me give you this scenario so that people who are just dedicated their life to motivational books, motivational talk only, they will now know that they are making mistake. It's like when you have a car that will not move, you just stop. You have two options: either you push and get it started, like we do back home. Or you jump start.
Yep.
But when you are pushing a car and the car will not go, you need to continue to push if you want that car to go. But how long do you think people will be pushing the car before they say, no, I think this car has a problem, I can't push anymore? Or how long do you think people will be jump starting the car before they say, you know what, I think your car has a problem, you need to go
and change.
A car that need a jump start, we need to have gas.
Yep.
We need to have a good battery. Once you jump start that, maybe the battery is a little bit low, you jump start, yeah, the car will start going. Maybe the car needs some push so that it can communicate to
the
other parts to kickstart.
Yeah.
They push it a little, the car starts, you go. Our life is like a car which has some kind of gas and a little bit of good battery that just need a push. That's what motivation does to our life. But any life that devoid of that, it can't go anywhere. So if you are not somebody who believes in God, who has some kind of divine power in you, when the motivation comes, it will just push you far and leave you. That's why many people will read motivational book, go to seminar. After a week,
they just drop
they just drop it. They can't go far.
Can't go far, yeah.
And they keep on going, they can't struggle and say, what is going on? Motivation will just push you a little, but you need some power to take you from that little and forward you and move you forward.
Something something external and
so
external.
That is why we need some power. Yes. And experience has shown, not even experience, every human being will agree with me that we are downloaded with a software that connects to God.
Yes.
In your computer, in your phone, you have some pre-downloaded software. If you want to make sure you don't want to let that phone have any functionality anymore, go and delete that pre-downloaded software.
And it will just...
No matter how good the application is, it won't function. Are you following me?
I follow you.
That's why when you want to reboot, when you want to recalibrate your computer to factory setting, they will tell you what to do to bring it back to the pre-downloaded software. Every human being has a pre-downloaded software, which is divine nature. If you abandon that, or we say that doesn't matter anymore, read all motivational book in this world. Listen to all motivational talk in this world. It won't move you forward. It will just move you a little, get excited, shout hallelujah, I can do it. After 1 week, you won't be able to get anything.
No, we know that. We've seen that.
That is why I came up with that. Yeah, it might sound as if I'm trying to encourage you to do stuff. I'm trying to encourage you to move. But you have to move based on the power of God. Yeah. That's the only way you can sustain. You can't do that with preaching. People will just say, oh, another preaching again.
Yeah, they just fall asleep or something.
You can't do that just purely on motivational talk. It won't take them far. But when you let them know, that's why when you hear my program there, at the end of that, I say, listen, you have to go back to God. It's the one that can make everything I'm telling you now to happen. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. No, this is why I love, one of the reasons why I enjoy your channel is because since I came across it, it's like, if I want motivation and the Bible at the same time, I'll just go there. And if I could listen to one a day, I'm good.
Exactly.
It's like I've gotten that daily dose of like scripture.
That's my mission.
Mixed with the motivation, and that like I feel holy. I feel like
I told my resident pastor, I said, sir, I know we preach a lot in the church, and I know people listen to preaching, but if you have 100 people in the church, maybe only just 5 people grasp spiritually what we're talking about. Yes. I said, but when they get outside, they keep on hearing it, but they are not hearing it now in the form of preaching, but they are hearing it in form of motivation that back with power of God. Something will happen.
Too much.
And so when they come back to church the following Sunday, every word you are preaching, it will make sense to them.
Yes.
If somebody watched my program and I was talking about David and how he employed the power of God to succeed. When we are preaching about David, he would trigger the thinking of what he has to say. Oh my God, yeah, I think so. I can do it too.
Yes.
That's my mission.
Oh, wow.
May God help me to continue.
Amen. No, I love it. I love it. I love it. Amen. So my next question is like, your videos are always, you always have a different messages for your video.
Absolutely.
I want to know, like, how do you come up with the message, and what is the process like?
Oh,
you understand, right? Like, first, probably you first get the topic first, and then now you think about what you want to, like, we want to know how the process is.
Oh my God. You. Do you know, I was talking about this man. I said this man is going to ask me this question. Oh my God. God is wonderful.
Yeah.
Again, I want to tell you that anybody that want to be doing something I'm doing, you have to be the one that have an open mind. You must have an open mind. I get my inspiration from anywhere. You know, I told you now when I saw your name, Lucky,
Yeah,
and I'm blessed. I said, this is a
lucky,
topic on its own. I just have to find a way of developing
That's
it.
you, like that's when you do what you do. That's literally everything. comes as a
Anything.
topic, anything.
I will be listening to radio. Normally, I listen to my radio, my news radio early in the morning
Yes.
after some time of prayer and all that, and then listen to that maybe for about an hour or two, because after that, every other thing you'll be hearing, unless there's a breaking news, it's going to be repeating. But in that few period, I can catch something. Somebody will just say something. I say, that's something to talk about.
Topic, write it down.
Yeah. I'll be reading something pop up. That's topic to talk. That's something to talk about. I will just quickly jot it down.
Jot it down.
And God is so good. Once I jot it down, idea begin to flow.
Ooh.
The topic I have to talk about this weekend. 2 days ago, I think it was on Monday, I was just listening to radio and somebody says something. Right there at the park, I just pick up my iPad. I always carry my iPad at one place. I just started typing. By the time I left that place, within 30 minutes, I already had everything
Wow.
I was going to talk about. So anybody that want to have that kind of thing I'm doing, because you have to give people different dose.
Yeah.
You follow me? Otherwise, people will get tired.
Yeah.
You have to just have open mind. If you don't have open mind, this one is stupid. I can't hear that. No. Somebody was talking sometime. He said, if something that is bad is good thing, because you can use that thing that's bad to teach somebody who want to take that same route. I say, don't do this. If you do this, this is what you are going to see.
Yes.
So anything that comes your way is an inspiration that you can develop to help people. So don't forget that.
Wow.
Anything that comes your way. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's how powerful.
Even when I'm preaching in church, I'll be walking, even if I see ordinary ant on the floor walking, idea can come from there. I say, I wish people can understand how this thing is doing things. That's it. So it's like I knew you were going to ask me this question. And I said, this is what I'm going to say. I already prepared what I was going to say. Wow. So it is, that is how you get inspiration. You just have to have an open mind. Yeah. You just have to. If you are the type that's so narrow-minded, no, I can't hear that. Somebody was talking about this man that wrote Rush Dad. I can't remember the first name.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
No, not Rich Dad.
Okay.
The person that wrote about Muhammad that Muslims were trying to kill. Salman Rushdie. Somebody said, okay, you are just accusing this guy. You are just saying that what this guy wrote is bad. Have you ever read that book?
I know.
And I said to myself, I said, that's true. People can quickly conclude and judge people based on what they are hearing from outside. But when you read the book itself, you know where the person is coming from, where it's going, and why did he say what he says. Anybody that wants to be fair and be honest in everything you do, you have to have an open mind. You have to have an open mind.
That's like the number one.
Yeah. If you don't have open mind, even when they preach in the church, you begin to conclude that they are stupid. They don't know what they are talking about. But did you listen to the message?
To the end?
Yeah. That's another question. People don't listen to the end.
Yeah, they just listen to the beginning.
In fact, people don't even check it at all. They will just base their conclusion on what people say.
People just go to comments and
people have to, and no matter if I tell you something today, and you want to repeat what I told you to somebody, no matter what, you are going to put a little or take a little out.
That's true.
So we have to be very objective, and we have to have open mind. Being open-minded is a starting point of being very objective in everything we do. And I think God will love us for that, because when you want to do something, that's how you can be honest. You see, people fight people but just because based on what they hear about people.
Yes.
But have you ever tried to monitor that person and find out, anytime they post me to any position, they will tell me, at my work, they will tell me, this person, this bad, this person bad. And I'll say, thank you so much for letting me know. But as soon as that person tells me that, I will just trash that. Yeah. I want to know this person.
Personally.
Honestly. Experience has shown that those people they say they are bad, they invariably come back to be the best that helped me.
Hey, that is so true.
I was posted to one position like that, promoted to one position like that. When I got there, if somebody was very close to me, told me, he said, this man, you have to be very careful. He has always fired so many managers here. I said, oh, wow, that's good to know. And I began to monitor it, and it's true. The first meeting I had, this person was the person attacking me. That person that they say is bad.
Yeah.
And guess what? I stayed there for like 3 or 4 years. This guy eventually was the person that really helped me.
Wow.
To succeed in that place.
Place.
Why? I tried to study him. I got to know the reason why he's getting angry. I got to know the reason why he's firing managers. And I now told, okay, all I just need to do is to position myself this way. And the guy came to conclude and say, oh my God, you are the best, huh, Banji.
Wow.
That was how we have a relationship. People need to be objective.
Even like more from personal experience, like when I try to buy a book on Amazon, if I go through the reviews, most times you won't buy a book.
You won't buy,
because people would say this is the worst book ever. This is. So I was like, so based on the book I read, and I went and did review. I looked at it. I was like, this is a book I read.
What are you talking about?
Condemning like this.
Yeah.
So I stopped doing reviews.
You are very much correct.
And I buy it. And say, okay, let me review my own self and read it. Or I was like, someone like, this is the worst book ever. Like, this book changed my life. Oh.
You know, there was a time I needed one gadgets for my video.
Yeah.
I read the review. The guy said, "Oh, that thing is so stupid." Even when you hang camera, when you hang a microphone, before I came back in the afternoon, it already fall down.
Yeah.
But something told me I need to buy because it's so cheap.
Yeah.
And it will serve my purpose. I said, even if it fall on the table, it doesn't matter. When I come back, I will raise it up. Man, I bought this thing, tighten it, hang my microphone. Even the same microphone this guy was talking about, I hang it. This thing stayed there. Oh no, I was so furious. I had to go back there and go and write review. I said, well, I don't know what they are talking about. This thing
works.
I don't write too much lengthy review when I write, but this one I really put a lengthy review. That's it. To me, number one, this thing is so valuable, so rugged, so good, and it's so cheap for whatever you want to do. I say for upcoming YouTuber, I think you should start from here.
Here's what I found.
What's that now?
So, what am I saying? We cannot let our decision, our action be influenced by what people do, what people say.
Yes.
Like my last episode talking about take responsibility of your emotion. If we are not being the type of person that can control our emotion, we can't do well in life because everything everybody does will be changing us, moving here and there. Then how are we going to succeed?
Before you know it, we're everywhere.
And once we are everywhere, we are nowhere.
Yes, sir.
So we need to be objective.
Yep.
We need to be open-minded.
Yep.
And then, again, we need to read widely.
Read widely. That's
in this my iPad here, because in those days we need to carry. We always carry books. And at times, if you can't carry book when you come back home, you might be tired. But this one, I have so many books here that even while I'm waiting at the park,
you can just quickly read something.
When I'm waiting at the dentist's office, at a hospital or whatever, I can, even with just one chapter, I will read. And in that one chapter, I'm gaining something.
Yes.
I'm gaining something. Reading is very good.
Oh, that's powerful.
It's very good.
Okay, so the process is like, you know, you get it from reading, and then like, what are some challenges that, you know, when you're doing your videos, like you go through, and how have you been able to like overcome those challenges?
Again, if anybody tells you that is doing anything in this world, there's no challenge, I think that person is not telling you the truth. That's a challenge. I always tell people, I say, standing in front of your camera and talk is not the problem. But coming back and processing it, most especially if you are a solo creator. You don't have a cameraman.
You don't have a cameraman.
You don't have an editor. You don't have a researcher. It's a lot. It's a lot. And that's why anybody that want to do this for money, you fail day one.
You fail day one.
Because if you put in all that effort and at the end of the day, people don't watch it. Or you go there, it's only just 3 people, 4 people watching it. Or people don't even go there at all. You quickly discourage and say, this doesn't worth it.
This is not worth it.
But if all you are doing is, it doesn't matter whether people watch it, they don't watch it, whether I gain from it or I don't gain from it, I want to do it. That is where you don't see all pains. it's a lot that goes into producing a video.
Yeah.
But God grant us the grace. And I thank God, anytime people watch my program, they always say one thing, more grace, more grace. That's what we need.
Yes, yes.
It is that grace. That last one I produced, I didn't sleep until about 3 a.m. And I still need to wake up early in the morning, like 6 o'clock. No, I posted at about let's say 1 or 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But you know, when you finish that, getting it ready in the YouTube and all that, and putting everything, making sure everything's okay. By the time you jump on the bed, maybe 3 o'clock, you won't sleep until about 4, and I still need to wake up at 6 a.m. To start my day, which is supposed to be Monday. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
So it is what it is. There's a lot goes into producing video, and you are doing it. You agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And that's why on daily basis I always look for a way to make it better,
and easier.
better and easier, better and easier.
Yes.
If I see any gadget that can make me record without any editing, I'm getting it. That's what it is. But,
I like oh god, sorry.
But if anybody tells you that video recording and posting it is easy, that's why you see many people, they will start, they will just drop along the way, no matter how good their idea. Because you won't start a video today and think you are going to have your editor, your cameraman, and all that.
Pay them and just
and
do
pay
it.
them and it's not going to happen. My own duty is just to talk.
Yeah, my duty is just to talk.
No, it's not going to happen. You have to start it by yourself.
Yep.
Edit it yourself,
Maintain,
post it yourself, maintain it. And after that, I still need to see how I'm going to send it to many people, which is even a challenge on its own, because anytime I want to send it to people, I say, oh, people will say this guy again.
But you have to just close your eyes.
Just keep his mouth shut. But I have to close my mind. I say, you know what? It doesn't matter what they say. If they like, don't let them watch it. I will still need to post it.
Yeah, you have to do your own part.
But funny thing is that many people will call me and say, we didn't see your video today. I say, no. I have it. I just thinking I don't want to trouble you. I said, can you please do me a favor? Go to YouTube, subscribe, click the bell so that once I post it, you get it. And people are doing that now. So because many people once I post it, they say, oh, I saw your video already. So
isn't that interesting that we fear things, but literally the things we fear are not even worth
it's not, yeah.
Like you could have sent those videos to those people and you're like, they will be afraid. They'll be
amazed. They'll be so happy and say, oh, I was thinking I'm disturbing them, but many people, they are not seeing from down good that I'm disturbing them.
Swear to God.
One of our pastors called me one day and say, you didn't post this thing. You have to be concerned. I said, sir, I posted it. I posted it too. I said, it's just because I didn't send to you, I'm forwarding it to you right now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that is, we fear things that it doesn't even make any sense. It's a false evidence. Somebody was talking about fear. He said fear is we are anticipating something to happen that actually is not going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
Yeah, that's what we are. And everybody carry that nature. If you are not fearful of you are going to sick, you are not fearful if you are going to die, you are not fearful of somebody is going to knock at the door. You are fearful of taking steps to even start business.
Yes.
So that's, but if you can conquer those things, and there's always way to conquer it.
Yeah.
One of my reading, he said, listen, face your fear. Think of the worst case scenario.
I know the worst case scenario, and then accept it and just go.
And once you think of the worst case scenario, you would realize that worst case scenario is not going to happen. And he gave an example. Say, let's say you have a little problem at work. Instead of now begin to think of how you are going to tell lie, how you are going to manipulate things, say just think of the worst case scenario. The worst that will happen is that they will tell me to go. They can't kill me.
Yep, they can.
And once you get to that level, please, you'll be straightforward. And eventually you might say, okay, we know you made a mistake, we send you for training, everything will be okay.
Oh, wow.
That's what it is. Anytime we experience any kind of fear, think of worst case scenario. Like I told you when I wanted to put, I said, listen, you know, it doesn't matter. At worst, they will delete it.
Fact.
Did you watch my last program? I said, listen, some people, they are so angry with me that when they see my video, they want to delete it. I said, what's wrong with this guy? Who are you? What do you think you are? You are telling me what to do?
I heard that video.
That is worst case scenario.
And I like how...
What they would do is to delete it and say, forget him. But not everyone will delete. If you send it to 10 people, no matter what, 3 people will watch it. Let 7 people delete it. And guess what? Only 3 people will delete, 7 people will watch.
And sometimes those 3 is all you need.
And sometimes those 3 are all you need. Because those 3, when they watch it, that woman that I was telling you about saying, oh, it just blessed my life. He said he began to post it to all our family. Can you imagine? All our sisters. I said because they need this thing.
They need this video. They need to hear
this. They need to hear this. So that's what we're talking about. But if I didn't take a step, I won't help that woman. That woman will not help all that of our family. I think we just have to do something.
We just have to.
We
do
just
something.
have to. We cannot afford not
We
to.
cannot afford not to. Do. Like the world is so like so many things out there that we just have to, you know, act.
Act, yeah.
And like from your videos, I've seen like the one you talk about price and promise.
Exactly.
That was a very, very good conversation. And I was like, you gave me a different light to the word promise, price and promise. You said it, you said it's only a promise.
Yeah.
You're not even sure if it will happen.
Exactly.
And everything we're doing here is only a promise.
It's a promise. If I carry whatever idea I have and I'm talking, there's no guarantee that anything is going to come out of it.
But you just have to do it.
But I have to pay the price.
Yes.
Because I know the promise is somebody somewhere is going to see it and is going to be blessed.
No, for real.
And I use the illustration of David and Joseph. Was it Joseph?
Jacob also.
Jacob also.
Yeah, when he was about to marry.
Yes. Even that of Jacob is even
worse.
Lighter. Nah, it's even lighter. That of David was worse. Imagine sending you to the war front to go and bring 100 first.
100 first.
It's not that these people will say, "I come and call first king." You have to kill them first.
And then do the and then do the dirty work.
Apart from being dirty, you are risking your life. You are likely to be killed.
Killed, yeah.
And what is the price? What is the promise? The promise of marrying Micah, the Saul's daughter. He had to process that promise very well and think that it's worth it. And what are those things that I mentioned there? I say, this guy must have been thinking, I say, a mere ordinary bushman attending to sheep.
Congo married.
Now I'm going to marry to King's daughter. My status is going to be boosted. I'm ready to die. That is what promise does. If you can process promise very well and see good thing out of it, you'll pay any price. But our problem is that in most cases we don't even understand the promise.
Yes.
And so to pay the price is difficult. And if we are now being under constraint to go and pay price, it becomes a pain. But when we understand the reason why we are paying the price, like this video you are talking about now, I say it's not easy. But I never thought of it as not easy. Even when I'm doing it, it's like I'm playing games on the computer. Are you following me?
Yes.
Because the promise is that I'm blessing somebody. I'm blessing somebody. One person texted me, now I can show you the text from Nigeria. I said, "Sir, I watch your program. More grace, sir. I just love what you are doing." That's from Nigeria. How he got it, I don't know. That is my joy. If I don't do it, that person will not tell me that.
Yeah.
Are you following me?
Yeah.
Sir, whatever you are doing, don't stop.
No, for real.
Keep on. Keep on doing it.
I've realized that from just our conversation, I've realized that there are two types of promises. There is the external one that someone will give to you.
Exactly.
And there's the internal one that you give to
yourself.
And if you are driven by that internal one, it doesn't matter what people give
what
to
people
you.
say
you would never.
And that's a good one. Again, you have given me a topic.
Literally, I just
external promise can come. Are you following me?
Yes.
But you have to back it up with your own internal promise. I told you now, if David had not processed it to the extent of say, how will it be from now the king's royal family?
David was personally working like that.
Immediately we realize that this man want to kill me. That's why I said I should go and cut 100 skin. No, I'm not going to go. He want to kill me. But it never crossed his mind that Saul wanted to set him up, because you already begin to think of this is a good promise. So if I can become king's in-law, the whole world will, in fact, the day of our wedding, the whole world will know.
No, that price.
That man has arrived. That's what. So external promise, if it does not back up with internal promise, you can't go anywhere. You can't. You can promise heaven and earth. If I don't see within myself what I'm going to gain from it, forget it.
Forget it. And that's what a lot of people miss. They don't see that internal promise. They bank on the external one. That maybe takes years.
Yes.
Like the case of Jacob. He had to serve 14 years or so to get one wife. Who would do that? Like,
apart from that, funny enough, they gave him wife.
Yeah.
The first one. But that was not the promise. So, what prompted him to continue or to be readily available to serve another 7 years was because he has processed that promise within himself to back it up with his own internal promise. I said anytime this guy wakes up, he's so rich. I say, oh my God,
I'm going
no,
to.
if I need to die here, this one must be my wife. And because of that,
Yes, sir.
when Laban said, you are going to serve another 7 years, say, forget it.
Forget it.
Otherwise, you will have think, me 7 years again? You know, I think I'm all set. You have given me one. I will manage with this one. If I get money, I'll go and marry another better one. No. That is not the promise. That is just a deceit of the devil. So, he still need that promise of Rachel. So, serving another 7 years is not a big deal. And that's what it is. Anyone that get a promise from anybody and you don't internalize it, you can't go anywhere. You won't do it. And if you try to do it, every step will be a pain. Every step will be a pain.
I just thought things.
Imagine serving for 14 years, you don't even feel it. You didn't even know that
time is going.
It's going faster.
14 years of your life.
And when we are talking about serving, it was a rigor.
Yes,
because you need to wake up early
morning,
go and feed all the sheep, take the sheep away, walk 100 miles, come back, put them where they belong, readily available the following day. Not that 1 week don't do it. No, every day for not for 1 week, years, not for 7 days, not for 7 months, for 7 years. Because the promise is good. In our life, people will see that as a Bible story. No, in our life, that is what we are going through. There's a promise, but we need to process the promise and be sure does it worth it. If you want it, you pay the price. Okay. And if you look at that video, I show somebody who
on wire.
Again, one man came to this. One man can say, when I saw that person, those people on the wire, I said, this man said, where did he get
this video? I was like, but it marks it explains the video because that's a level of sacrifice there.
It's a risk
on top of wire.
It's a risk. Apart from being on top there, that you can fall and die,
and the money
you can mistakenly touch a live wire and die. And how much they're paying me. But because he has processed the information and say, with $35 an hour, I'm ready to die here.
Yes.
And also, let me tell you one thing. It is not the size of the promise. It is just your own mind processing the promise. Are you following me?
Yeah.
For some people, marrying Rachel is not a big deal. You can say, you know what, me serving another 7 years for what? Forget it.
Yeah.
I will go and work somewhere. When I get money, I'll marry better wife. Some people I say, me, go and die, go and fight Philistine because of Micah. He will look at Micah from here to say, I don't even see the beauty there. The beauty is there, but because he doesn't see any good thing from that promise, he will shatter that price. Go and check anybody that succeeds in life. They look at the promise, they process the promise, they seek good thing from the promise, and that's what pushed them. It's not the size of the promise. It's just your mind.
Yeah. It's like this. This is just opening my mind to so many things. Like two things. The first one is that I realized that the promise is not even really a promise.
It's not.
The promise is not even a promise.
It's not the promise.
That's why they say it's not the end result. It's the person you become. Trying to achieve that promise that really matters.
That's what it is. At times too, yeah, you are right. The promise itself, don't see it as a promise. Because if you begin to see it as a promise, there's no guaranteed that you're going to get the promise.
Yes.
Laban deceived Jacob. If you are just seeing the promise, he will say, no, I don't want to do this again. He saw beyond promise. He already possessed that thing.
Yes.
David saw beyond promise. Because if you read that Bible very well, you realize that even Saul didn't give him that Micah. He married Micah to somebody else. Yeah, David had to go and forcefully take that woman when he became king. Are you following me?
Promise is not even the promise.
Promise cannot even. It does not guarantee that even the promise come to pass. But the idea of promise is to just get you ready and place you on the train, on the pedestal of achieving the goal.
Something even bigger, safe.
Bigger. And in the process, you are going to even get something more bigger.
For real.
That's it. That's what it is.
Wow.
If Jacob has stopped at first 7 years and say, you know what, it doesn't want it to serve another 7 years for Rachel, he wouldn't have been able to get wealth he got from Laban.
Yeah.
If David has stopped from, you know what, it doesn't want it because of who? Because of Micah, should go and bring 100. He wouldn't have proved how powerful he was to destroy Philistine. Even though he has killed Goliath, the aura of that, the pomp of that already died down.
Yes.
But for him to go and kill another 100 and bring that first thing, he boosted his ego again. And then that is what puts him on the line to become a king. After that,
No more.
Saul couldn't take this
Saul
guy
couldn't
anymore. You
take
know,
that.
this guy is going to be king. You can't change this guy. If you can because the plan of Saul was to kill this guy.
Kill this guy through
But
that.
if you can succeed in bringing 100 skin,
Yeah.
first skin of Philistine, this guy is going to become king. So that's another thing that the promise does in our life. It just gives you the opportunity to prove yourself so that it can move forward more.
Facts.
So may God help us.
Yeah,
That's
for
why
real,
I say,
for real, for real, for
that's why I
real.
say my program is not just about motivation. It's just about letting you know that you possess something that's craving for you to explore to succeed.
For real.
That's what it is.
But like my next question, do you think this generation, like, we have what it takes to pay the price? Do you think this generation?
That's a good question. Not everybody will have what it takes to pay the price. Honestly, Albert Einstein said, thinking is hard.
Yes, sir.
That's why few are doing it. If it is possible for this generation to pay the price, everybody will succeed in this world. No, not everybody.
Not everybody.
Some people, time for them to read, that's when they are chatting away, doing man of thing on the phone.
Yes.
Time to dedicate yourself for something great. That's when they use around drinking, doing all manner of things. And time is going in our life. I wasted many time of my life. And I don't want anybody to do it.
No.
At times when I'm doing my program, I wish I had a very good accent like them here. Maybe I would have spoken more word.
but that's the truth. But that's thing I've learned now. Those things we wish to have really does not matter.
And also, if you might wish it, you might not even have it.
You might-
Just do whatever you want to do. God will tell people.
I know.
And you
That's the
force
grace.
them to
That's
do
the beauty
together.
of the grace. That's when you know that it's not by your power.
It's not.
It's not by your accent.
it's not.
Like the story is sweeter when you say,
Yeah.
with this my accent, I became famous.
Yeah, people will get it. If they can't hear you, let me tell you this story. You know, when I was in school here in the US, one of my professors, he came from, I believe, from Pakistan. What have you? You know, people from that area, they have more.
Yeah.
This guy came to the class one day. He said, we have so many white people. He said, I just want to address you. You don't need to listen to me if you like, but I will advise you to pay attention to me. He said, because you pay attention, you don't pay attention, the school is going to pay me. They already hire me to train you, to teach you. It is your responsibility
I know.
to know how you are going to listen to me. But if you don't listen to me, that's good, they will pay me. I look at that guy and say, wow, this is good. What he's saying is that if you don't want to pay attention to me because of my accent, you are the one doing yourself. At the end of the day, I'm here to work. They will pay me. I'm not losing anything.
You will fail.
It's you that will fail, and you lose the knowledge. After that, everybody paid up attention. I said, this is what we're talking about. It's not about who you are, about your accent. It's about what you have to offer. So if you can give good quality things to people, I think people will force themselves to listen to you.
Listen to you. It's all about
It is what it is, yeah.
People will learn. They will even learn the language. They will look for a way to interpret the language.
To interpret language, absolutely, absolutely. That's what it is.
No.
I remember when I was promoted to the position in my company, position, so many meetings that I will be having will be with white people.
Yes, sir.
I know when I'm talking, they need to look at my mouth. But in a situation like this, I'm the one now going to help them in that situation.
So they have to.
They have no choice.
They have no choice.
So at the end of the day, nobody will ever come to me, they didn't hear me. So yeah, because if you are the mercy of somebody, you better pay attention. So that's what it is. So we can never let anything be a reason why we will not do what we want to do.
Yes.
If a cripple, somebody on the wheelchair, can carry a trophy in a race, where even the people with two legs could not carry the trophy, I think anybody can do anything.
Facts. No, that is true.
That's the fact.
True. That's true.
Like I said, it's not by power, it's not by might. Yes. It's by the Spirit, says the Lord of hosts.
Man. So like, in a world of like likes and views and comments, like to make people feel validated, they need likes, they need comment. And like when I went to your post, your page is like, I'm not even getting those likes based on the kind of message you drop. You understand, right? Someone can drop a random message that has no meaning at all, and they'll get like millions of likes. And your video like yours is like very quality. You spend so much time, you stay awake till 3 a.m. to post a video, and you still get those mere minimum videos. Like, What motivates you? You get right?
Like I said, when you are doing something because you want money out of it, those things will move you. Say, when am I going to get to the position where I'll be getting paid? But those things does not move me at all. In fact, this is it. Even if I post a video today, after 1 week I see 2 people say like, I say, oh my God, people like this thing. Those 2 is more valuable to me. Because if 1 or 2 people can say like,
yes,
that shows me that somebody is watching me.
Yeah.
How will it be if nobody watches it? If you get this for 1 week is 0, for 1 month is 0.
Sir, there were points when on the podcast, I just wanted to wait for somebody. Like, I wake up once I post 12 a.m. And then I wake up the next morning, and I would see 1 listen. And this I did not share. I have one constant one listener.
Exactly.
That on his own. We wait for it to drop and listen.
It's a joy.
The day he did not listen, I was like, hey, where did this guy go? Where did this guy go? But like, just that feeling, like that one used to make my day.
That is what
I don't even share. Then by the time I share to people and all that, I will not have those listens. So
and another thing I want many of us to understand that are doing video on YouTube is that not everybody is tech savvy.
Yes.
Many people are watching your program, they don't know how to say check mark, like.
Yeah.
They don't know how to write comment. Some people, they don't even know. I was talking to one person from Africa. I say, oh, I would love to subscribe, but when I get there, they will tell me. I say, no, you just need to create an account. I say, are they not going to charge me? I say, no, it's free.
Yeah.
So many people don't know that. So if you don't see likes, it's not because they don't want to. I've watched so many videos, I don't even check.
Yeah, that's true.
Not that I don't like that video.
Yes.
I just want to gain whatever I needed. And once I gain whatever I needed, I just upload the video.
But it was useful.
It's useful
but
to me.
You just didn't like it.
I'm blessed from it.
Yes.
So not in all cases we should go and be waiting. Oh, nobody check me. Nobody say like. Nobody write comment. If you are waiting for that, you are just wasting your time.
Facts.
Honestly, 100 people might watch your program. Only just 2 people will do like. Not because other 98 people don't want to do it. It's just because, number one, either they don't have time, or they don't even pay attention to it, or they don't think it's necessary.
Yes.
You agree with me? You have watched many videos that you never
I agree.
So don't let that disturb you, and I will never. I didn't even bother about that one.
Yes.
If I go there, I see 10 like. I see that doesn't mean only 10 likes me. No. No, many people like that thing, but they don't just have time to write comment.
Yes.
They don't just have time to check. Am I going to stop because only 7 people? No, I'm not doing. Other people are watching it without doing. Okay, take for example, if elderly people watch it, like they always come to me. Do you think they are going to say like no?
Or somebody even driving when they watch it, so they might not be able to drive.
But they love it with the passion. But they don't. It doesn't cross my mind. They say check. Although, as we are talking now, if people can do that, it's still a motivation. It shows that you like it.
Yeah.
People will come and say, "Oh my God, I love it." Some people will text me on my phone, WhatsApp. I say, "Oh my God, this is good." I say, can you do me if I go and put comment there so that people can know that people are watching it?
Yeah.
If people like that didn't go there and go and put comment, people be thinking nobody may comment. But I receive so many comments on my phone.
Yeah.
But I can't be telling everybody go and write it there. So it doesn't bother. It doesn't bother me anyway. That's why I don't even see that as a big deal. Okay. I just love what I'm doing.
Yes, that's.
And as I always say, if you love what you are doing,
there's no like or this thing does not really.
No, you won't bother.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. So one more question before we go. So this question is based on your video comparison.
Yeah.
So you said the grass is always green now on the other on the neighbors, which is true, which we say. And so my question is like, what's your take on constructive comparison? Like, is there any time where you can just look at someone and say, okay, this is what he's doing, like, and learn from them? You understand, right? Can comparison also be like done in a constructive way where you're not bringing down yourself, but you're learning from this guy to build yourself up?
Yeah, I did a program on that comparison, as you said.
Yes.
Not that comparison is bad, but will people compare in a healthy way? That's the question we should ask ourselves. People compare because they believe they are not good enough. They don't have what other people have, and that can run people aground. That can run people crazy. Are you following me? So let's take for example now, if I see a person graduating from Harvard, and I didn't go to Harvard, there's no guarantee I'll be admitted to Harvard. And I'm beginning to look at that. I might begin to think that my level of education is worthless.
Worthless, yeah.
Even though I can do greater and better thing than that Harvard guy, I won't see from that angle.
Yeah.
That is one aspect of comparing. And then if I'm comparing myself to somebody who's not up to my level, I might be thinking that I've arrived when I've not even started. So that's why I say comparing is not healthy. But if the program I'm doing now, I see somebody doing it, and I look at it, I say, wow, I like the way this guy is doing it. What can I do to borrow some ideas and improve on it to bring myself up to? That's a good one. Let me give you this story. There was a story about Steve Jobs. You know, when Macintosh started, it was just computer without mouse.
Yep.
So if you want to do anything, it's through the trackpad or you use the key. The story had it that he went to one office one day, and when he got there, he saw mouse.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what mouse was then. With excitement, he came back to the office and said, I saw something today. Oh my God, I've never seen. I saw something they are using with Windows, moving things around. I said, I think we need to do something like this. He said, but we are going to do something better than that. That kind of comparison is good. But if he saw that and now say, oh, you guys, I think we have been wasting our time here. We are not even doing anything. Let's forget it. It doesn't work because even Windows, other computer, they are doing computer with a mouse now. We are here, we are doing nothing. We are just giving people more trouble. Let us forget it. That is not healthy. And that was why I said the best comparison anybody can do is look at people who are serving God. If they are serving God, is making a difference in their life. Try to emulate that. When you emulate that, God will now bring you to the level that you want to be. It's not a function of, I'm seeing you live in a good house and say I want to be there. If God has not given it to me, I won't get there. And I will just be struggling for nothing. How many times you go and see maybe somebody bought a house, you go there and say, oh my God, this is a mansion. And you begin to think, that useless house I bought. I wish I didn't buy that. You already condemning yourself. You're already telling God that He has not done anything in your life. And people like that, they are ingrate. So comparison, that is what does in our life. Many people gain a lot in their life, but as soon as they begin to compare themselves to others, they begin to realize they have not had anything. Me, I know I have everything. It doesn't matter what the other people have. No. Whatever the house I have is the best house.
It's the best house.
Whatever the car I'm riding is the best car. I don't see what other people ride. That's a big deal to me. That's what I'm talking about, comparison. There are healthy comparison. There are very toxic comparison that damage our life. May we never be in that kind of situation.
Amen.
In the precious name of Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So with that said, I just want to say, sir, thank you so much for coming on this episode. I would still look forward to having you again.
I don't mind anytime.
Yes, but before you leave, how can people, support you? Like, Instagram, social, YouTube, like, how can people, support you?
That's a good question, and I love that. So, again, I like when people watch my program.
Yes.
Again, please don't get me wrong. If you watch my program and you think you don't benefit anything from it, you don't need to worry yourself. Just tell people, I say, I watched some program, this guy, I don't even know what he's talking about. Do you want to try it? Send it to the person.
Yes.
And you'll be surprised that, like, we are talking about somebody wrote a bad review and somebody gets, I say, this is a good product. So you can help me on that line. Even if you don't like what I'm saying, send it to somebody. And even tell the person that this is a stupid program.
I don't like it.
I don't even like it. You guess. You tell me your opinion. And then if you watch my program, you like it, please, I'm begging you, promote it. Promote it everywhere you can promote it. And the more I see that being promoted, the more motivation I have to continue.
Drop more. Yes.
To give more. Yeah, that's what it is. So in any way anybody can help me through social media. If you have a social media, you have everything. Because I'm not all that social media person. My wife is more social in social media than I do. I was in a WhatsApp one day. He said, oh, people are still seeing you do this. I said, oh, well, how? I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know.
Even though I know computer much more than she does.
Yeah.
So some of you are very good in all this social media thing. Even if you don't like my program, post it there. Yes. Tell people to come and see this stupid man.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even know what he's talking about. And in the process, you'll be helping somebody.
For real.
And then you'll be helping me too.
Yes.
May God bless everybody.
Amen.
So, and I want to let you know that whatever you do for people, people will do it for you. If you promote me in whatever you are doing, even if you are just ordinary food seller, somebody will promote you. That's what it is.
That is the key.
So whatever you want for people, for yourself, please do it for other people.
Yes.
So
That is
that's what I want to ask from people.
100% the key. And his YouTube is Banji
Media.
Media. Heavenly News.
Yes.
Guys, I have been on his YouTube. I'm hooked on his YouTube. I look forward to every single video he drops. The same message we've had here, that's the kind of message he drops out there,
Absolutely.
mixed with biblical stories and
Exactly.
scriptures and pictures. You don't just hear the name, but you see the picture of the person.
Absolutely.
You don't just hear you see videos, you see, like, everyone, if you like only Nigeria, like, it's a platform for everyone
Everybody,
to
yeah.
be, like, you won't feel lost. If you don't understand the accent, there is a subtitle
Subtitle
that,
there.
please, guys, we don't have any excuse
Absolutely.
not to go. Even if it's one video, just go watch one
One.
video. And like he has said, you don't like it, share it with someone.
Exactly.
To know their opinion. Tell them you don't like it, but
But-
this guy's been making noise.
No,
But you don't,
can you check him out and see
check him out and tell me
how
what you
stupid
because-
he is. And then another thing I want to say,
Yeah,
if we are not, nobody is a custodian of wisdom.
Yeah.
We everybody has one. So if you watch my program and you want this, you have a suggestion or you think something I said there is not correct, please tell me. If
Fair.
you can't, if you don't want to disgrace me by putting it in the comment there, text me, or if you can't text me, put it there. Me, I don't even care.
Yes.
Whatever they put on my comment, YouTube will tell you whether you want to censor. I'm not censoring anybody.
Yeah.
If anybody says there, I say, man, you are stupid, you don't know what you're saying. Thank you. I will come to the video differently. I say, you say I'm stupid, but I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So may God bless you. Can you please watch another one and see whether you will like it? I will love you. When that man told me that they don't preach God anymore, they preach pastor, I say, I thank you for watching. It shows me that you are watching
You
it.
watched it, yeah.
And that's all I need.
That's all you need, yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't just go and conclude and judge people without knowing what they are doing. So
Yes. Wow.
that's my request.
Wow, guys, I hope you guys have been touched by today's episode. You know, I personally had new revelations from words that I hear every day, but from this conversation, you know, I got light from so many things, and that's what his channel is all about. Don't just listen here, go also on YouTube, subscribe,
Yes,
share with
exactly.
your friend, and like. With that said, guys, thank you so much for also listening to this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Until I come your way again, remain blessed.
Hallelujah.
Bye.
May God bless you all.
Yes.
Take care, man.